Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, and how are my royalty? Let's get that patty tea, hot or cold. And you know what? Let's just begin. Let's enjoy. Bon appetit. If I don't bring it up later, let me bring it up now. Join the Patreon. It's like the lowest amount is $2, but I have the free, of course, at least enough to give you a sample of River of Racism, a little bit of the dating nightmares, but I am going to have thousands of pictures up by the time I'm done uploading. You're going to see River of Racism, you're going to see Dating Nightmares, you're going to see everything in between, you're going to see the catfish and the scammers, and so much more. So, bon appetit, let's go, let's start. This episode is going to be basically, we try to tell y'all like black women, we try to tell you, but you don't listen to us. A lot of you guys think we're less educated or low IQ. You guys listen to the president. Oh, I can't believe you guys voted him back in there, but you guys listen to a bunch of bigots and racists, and you put us down and say we're wrong, and we keep trying to tell you. We tried telling you about Project 2025, and within 1 year, how much of that did they do? His name was in it so many times, so many times. But then he kept saying, "I have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I don't know." But years, I forgot how many years ago. But I will never forget in a speech, in a whole thing that he was saying. He said, "Lie until they believe you. Keep lying." He was like, "You don't care what they have to say in response. You lie until they be quiet, until they believe you." I'm summarizing, it's not a quote, but with everything, like, you should have heard what he was saying about, yeah, he knows he's a liar. He knows he lies. And why they were, talking to him, interviewing him about Project 2025. He did like he always does. He lies. When he said that he's the least racist person in the world or whatever, he knew he was lying. When they told him to, you know, say that he was against the KKK, against racism, he's not going to say that, so he figured out a way around it. And he was like, "Stand down, stand your ground," or something like that. It's like he's lying. And then, oh, even with the community, he claimed to eat cats and dogs. He knew he was lying. He was saying that on purpose. And so remember that while I talk within this episode, because especially when he has put black women down as much as humanly possible, he uplifts the very few black women that are with him. And he will only say people are racist when it's against black people who are on his side or with him. And he will choose token black people in order to say or try to prove, falsely prove, that he is not racist. It's like people, the MAGA people, people who love and adore him, will say he's not racist. And yes, oh, he might have done redlining, but maybe he didn't know what that actually was. And then you hear that on The Apprentice, that people are saying he said the N word, and oh, well, that doesn't mean he's racist. And so many other things. I mean, now he's saying countries are asshole countries, and he has comedians going up before he was president for the second time. Oh my gosh, how did you do this to us? But then called a group or a certain location basically a pile of garbage. And then this, what did he do with the Somali community? Look what he's doing with ICE and the brown people. And then the Supreme Court he's got in his back pocket because they're welcoming in more racism. I know it's not the few that I love and adore, that's but there's a toxic, awful, terrible group of 5 of them. Yeah. Even that black man, oh yeah, with some, there are some like black people, like Candace Owens, who once the law helps them get to a certain mark, then they'll destroy or burn down the bridge for everyone else because they don't want anyone else to be successful like them. They want to be the only one. They want to be the exception to the rule and turn around and be able to tell everyone else, I got here. You get here too. Even though they were the ones that lit the match for it and destroyed it and knocked it down and tore it down. Yeah. Oh, but we tried telling you. 92% of the black women, we tried telling you. And I'm going to be kind of putting down some of the black men out there because even on dating apps, so many black men telling me politics are stupid and politics don't mean anything. And it's like, some of them even saying how their vote doesn't matter anyway. So why are they going to go to the polls and do something when nothing's going to change because of their one vote? Oh, but then they get mad when I don't want to date them because I realize that they're absolute, total, stupid, idiotic, poorly educated idiots. And I want nothing to do with somebody who's going to think that way. And instead of fighting for their rights, they're just going to give up and they'd rather go home and just play some video games and just smoke the 420 or whatever instead of actually taking a stand and being like they keep talking about red pill men. They keep trying to say what a real man is. But then my definition of man, when I tell them or when I say my expectations of a real man, no. But then they say I'm too masculine because I care about politics. So does that make you too feminine since you don't? Are you too feminine because instead of helping or cheering on women to keep their rights, to maintain their rights for equality and stuff, you just rather watch women's rights burn down? You'd rather help them destroy our rights? So if wanting to be involved in politics is masculine, is doing the opposite feminine? Let me know. Let me know. Because a lot of men, especially black men, tell me that I'm trying to be a man just because I'm into politics and I follow politics and I'm trying to make a difference and things like that. But we try to tell you, and Cardi B tried to tell you. And look what's happening now with Nicki Minaj. Like, ooh, and I remember years ago, I forgot when what I think it was when her cousin, like something was going on with one of her family members and stuff, and I think the vaccination and stuff, like the right there, it's like I don't think I had many of her songs in my music list, but there was one song where it kind of reminded me of one of my characters. So I was like, okay, I'll put that in my list when I need to get into that character's mojo. But yeah, years ago after I heard what she said or her thoughts, I deleted her so quick, so quick. And now I was right because some people were like, "Oh, you're being too sensitive. Oh, she never said that though. She never said she was part of MAGA. She never said she was Republican. She never said." Now look, and part of me was like, no, pay attention. Because a lot of you guys, especially when it comes to voting and politics, you don't pay attention. A lot of you guys who kept saying, he's not racist. Oh, you guys use racism too much. You guys say too many things are racist. Like, no, we know racism, especially as black women. We have faced it more than any other demographic because some men, some people are too scared to do the same things they do to black women, to black men, because a lot of the black men are stronger. A lot of these black men will do something to you and not care about the consequences. So instead, you go to like the weaker or the physically weaker gender. And then some of them, oh, they're sorry because, yeah, we might be physically weaker, but our mouths, the things that have come out of our mouths, we don't care. We are petty. We will tell you off verbally. We will hurt your feelings so much your mom's gonna like feel it in heaven. Your grandma too, and possibly your great grandma might even get a tickle of it too. Yes, because we don't care. So, but we tried telling you. His name was in that document so many times. There was so much racism in Project 2025. We kept telling you, and oh, you guys are dumb. Nothing's gonna happen. Oh, he's gonna bring down the grocery prices and the gas prices. He's gonna do so much for us. Look at our economy now. Even though after like with the whole like COVID situation, which country had the best economy? Which country had the best economy? Because even with the Hispanic community and the Asian community, like you guys didn't believe us. It's like it wasn't until all of a sudden ICE is knocking at your doors. They're hunting you down. Now you want to kind of turn back and be like, oh. Now you want to say, oh, yeah. When the leopards eat your face, now you want to, you expect us to help you now. And yes, we have empathy for you and to the fact where it's like they're trying to take all of our rights away. Yes, it's like, but at the same time, part of us is like just wondering. You guys were so scared. You guys hated you guys hate black women and women so much. You couldn't dare vote for a black woman. You couldn't dare vote for a woman of color. It's like you think of us as having lower IQs. You think the only way we can get what we get is because of sexual things or whatever. We have to do sexual things in order to, even though we have to work harder, even though we have to get more degrees, even though we are the most educated demographic in this country. But you guys keep saying how dumb or how lazy we are. And then when the orange man had the nerve to say that like with the deportations of the Hispanic community, because the Hispanic community was taking black jobs. But you guys still didn't believe us when we kept telling you to watch out, be careful. It's a trick, it's a trap. This man is trying to make sure that, like, some of us, we knew he was going to be a dictator or try to be one. He's trying to be one. He's trying to put his name on every single document and every single building in this country. But then when people protest, including, like, oh, Hamilton, thank you. Thank you, Hamilton. Yeah. It's like now he wants to say that they have like Trump derangement syndrome. But what I say, like he always wants to lie and stuff. It's like instead of acknowledging that people disagree with him, because even all in the family, meathead and everything, like all of the people who disagreed with him and trying to fight for everyone's rights, trying to keep humanity at least somewhat equal and fair. And it's like even bringing up some points about DEI and the environment, different things like that. He wants to say Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah. The orange man thinks everything is about him. He's making millions and billions of dollars. He's starting so many things that are not that legal, but then he just wants us to shut up about it. He says the economy is so great, but it's amazing for his bank account. It's amazing for all of the people making him like fake awards and trophies and things like that because they want to make sure that they're on his good side while making like their money and also fighting against the tariffs and everything. They want special treatment with the tariffs. It's like they know that if they don't give him the special attention, or especially the Zuckerberg guy, it's like he was caught on hot mic saying, I didn't know what you wanted me to say as an answer. Some of these people, including his vice president, that before years before they were saying be careful of this man is like trying to be a dictator, he's not good, he's not right, and all this other stuff. But now what are they doing? But then also with the Epstein files, yeah, it's like I might do a whole talk about that because even with the Epstein, like when he went and took files and brought them back to Mar-a-Lago with him, and they kept telling him to bring them back, he refused. They actually had to go get like FBI and people to go and get them. But then MAGA was still on his side saying, no, 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 no. Like, they were like, he was right. Those are his documents. He was president. But, and it's like, yeah, he was. Those documents aren't his right now. They should be at the White House. And I still want to know where some of those Epstein files. Was there a log? We should be able to see the log of the documents that he took with him to Mar-a-Lago. So I might have a whole talk on it, but at the same time, there's still so much to talk about. So much. But we tried telling you. We tried. None of you wanted to listen to us. You kept trying to say that we're dumb or low IQ, or that it's like we just want to talk about racism and then black fatigue and stuff like that. But then look at what happened with Texas. But then when California returned it, but they wanted to do it the right way by having a vote, then they want to try to put down California, where Texas is doing it without a vote. They're forcing it. They're not giving people the option of having that, of doing it that way. They want to do it by force. And then even with the auto pen, it's like the orange man kept saying how it was wrong for Biden to use it so much and stuff like that. But look at what he's doing right now. Look at how often he's using it right now, and then the executive orders. He was putting down executive orders during Biden's time, and I believe Obama's time. But look at how many he's written now and how many things he has forced. It's just astonishing. But we try to tell you. And I'm going to have a lot of episodes where it's going to be all about how we try to tell you. And now look at all the signs and all the things that he's trying to do, because even trying to name a upcoming football stadium after him, that's what he's trying to do. He wants an ark. That's what a dictator tries to do. Every time someone speaks against him, tries to cancel him, like Stephen Cole, like, oh my gosh, like one of the best late night people on TV. It's like he can't stand their sense of humor. He can't stand when they're against his opinion, which is freedom of speech. But when it was the other way around, and a lot of the Orange Man MAGA supporters, when they would go online and say very derogatory things, say the N word, and say things about the LGBTQ plus community, when some of them would even say threats. And because, like, as an example, look at Marjorie Taylor Greene right now. Now she wants to say, oh, it's like, I'm getting all these threats. I'm getting, like, it's not right for anybody. But when you're the reason why some of these people, like AOC and Jasmine Crockett, were getting threats, like, to me, I'm just like, it's not right that this is happening to you. It's not right. Now you see the other side of it, but then she's like, she still won't apologize, but then people want to say she changed, but she didn't change. She knows, she's learned from the Orange Man. She's learned from him, so now she's playing the game so that now maybe she can come over to the other side so that she can gain more power at a certain point. But she knows right now she needs to take a pause. But she can't take that pause until she has that lifetime health or medical health type of, insurance, right? Right? But we tried telling you. And then they shut down the government because of the Epstein, like, part of the issue, like, and then also the Orange Man wanted more power in order to take control of things he wanted to do. We tried to tell you, but none of you guys wanted to listen to us. You didn't want to pay attention to us because, oh, what do black women know? What do we know? What do we have to say? People of color women, it's like, some of you were against us, even with the Crown Act. It's like our textured hair is different, and so you'll never get it or understand it. It's like, but you say it's not racist, but if you don't understand our hair and our culture, And while they want to, oh, ban our books, you have no problem with them banning our books because some of you don't want to learn our history anyways. Some of you guys only know the whitewashed version of our history, and you want to degrade us and judge us based off of whitewashed history. But then when the colonizers want to start their colonizer only city and towns and things, you turn around and be like, well, that's not racist if you guys could have started a town too. But then a lot of you don't know the true history of when black people did start towns and then the massacres and everything like that. And then some of you don't even know the racism within the expressways and highways. And so when Biden was in office, he was trying to at least, he can only do so much, but he at least tried to help starting to fix the issues. And but since some people were like, oh, that's racist, you're only helping the black community, or you're acting like that only affected black people, when the expressways and the freeways were built in a way to disrupt the black community. That's why they were built the way they were built. They were built to split African American communities and things like that. And there's so much more to it. But if you're too lazy and if you're so ignorant that you're not able and capable to get the information to learn the history, instead you're just going to say whatever, that's reverse racism. You need to get yourself right. You need some therapy, you need something. But I'm just at a point where we told you, we kept telling you. I mean, I have almost 600 episodes now. I tried telling you. And yes, I don't have that many listeners because someone, Fiverr, ooh. But anyway, I've already told the story. I've already done the full episode. But am I going to let that stop me? No. It's like, am I going to let that stop me? Am I going to let this orange man stop me? No. And that's why even with my candle business, oh, honey, babies, oh, I'm petty. And oh, when you see and smell the scents that I've got, ooh, I've got original recipes that you wouldn't imagine, babies. But we told you. And did I try to tell my ex-boyfriend, Mr. No Heart? Yes, I did. And he laughed at me, telling me, no one's ever going to vote for him. No one's going to be stupid enough to vote for him. Why do you seem so concerned about this? And I'll never forget the part where, I mean, there was a lot to it, but I won't ever forget. You act like we're going to have the next Holocaust. You act like we're going to have to hide people in the houses. Well, don't worry. If we ever have to hide you, I'll hide you. Mm. But then when he found out his mom and almost all of his family members were MAGA, yeah, he wanted to get real quiet then. He didn't want to talk about it then when he found out. And his mom keeps trying to tell me. She keeps trying to convince me because she was like, well, you need to vote for him too. He's a great man. You just don't understand him. See, it's like some of you guys are like, some of your people are so ignorant that you're not willing to welcome a man like, yeah. But then this is the same woman who on Facebook would talk about the Middle Eastern community in such a horrible, awful, racist way. But then she'll bring up the Christian, like, oh, she's a Christian, but yeah, she was drowning in bigotry up in that river. I tell you that right now. And her family members lining up to me after dinner or whatever, whenever my ex wasn't around, because they wanted to try to brainwash me with their stupid, idiotic, MAGA like type of like information, which is basically garbage. The information, I'm not talking about the people, I'm talking about the so-called information that they gathered, the Fox News garbage that they gathered. But anyway, we told you so. Black women have to face the sexism, the racism, and then I have to face the ableism on a daily basis. We know what we're talking about. We saw the red flags. We saw things that were coming, and we saw like how, like we already knew that there was a lot of racism, but now skyrocket. Like, because I mean, look at the cinnamon bun lady, and or the cinema bun, yeah, however and then like she's making, I think she has like about $100,000 now, and then the playground woman who was called boy on the spectrum, the N word. I think she made close to like around $1 million. And then a lot of them, they were so happy to send money that they wanted to make sure that she knew that they were racist by different numbers and stuff like that. And it's just to a point where we told you. People want, like, so many people, like, especially mm, the Middle Eastern community. Yeah, I gotta drag you too. Do you know how many of the Middle Eastern community would try to tell me there's no more racism and it's a black person issue, and that black people are just too lazy and we need to get over it and we need to try to gain an education to the point where white people respect us and stuff like that? Yes, the Middle Eastern community in different areas and ways have told me all of this. Yes. Yes. And a lot of them would just be like, well, you just don't try that hard. How it's like we're able to succeed, we're able to do this and that and everything else. But yeah, it's interesting. It's very, very, yeah. But now, and then a lot of the, yeah, Dearborn, ooh, ooh, the Somali community, because yeah, a lot of Somali people, we're not black, we're not black. Okay, well, yeah, I hope you notice what's going on right now. I hope that you see the racism going on right now. It's like they should be ashamed of themselves that people are treating you like this, but they're only targeting your community and not like the ringleader was a colonizer woman. So it's like they're too busy stereotyping the Somali community, but not the they're not gonna start targeting the Karens at all, at all. Not a little bit. Like, you're trying to tear down one demographic, but not the other. They never want to do that when it's a colonizer, especially if it was a school, situation like a school bang bang or um, a church bang bang or domestic violence where the colonizing husband eliminates the wife of the children. And yeah, it's like, yeah, like they never want to stereotype and put down them when they're doing that. And then they, like I said, they want to ban our books, erase our history from the government sites, and even at the nature forests and things like that. They want to eliminate Juneteenth and Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday off the days where people can go for free, and instead they want to add the Orange Man's birthday, or they try to say it's Flag Day, but yeah, that's his birthday, whatever. It's like he's had this planned. It's like at the end of the day, he had a plan, and then building that huge ballroom without asking for our permission. But then we still have MAGAs cheering this on. They're loving it. This like, even though in Florida they even have the 2x2 torture boxes. If you didn't hear about that, you need to look it up, because yeah, that's another thing that's going on right now. And if you're not concerned, yeah, you're really showing who you are right now if you are not concerned about like the black community, the people of color. It's like, if you're not concerned how they're allowing people to treat people just because they're not, well, they say because it's illegal. Do you know how much illegal activity I see the colonizing people do? It's like, especially like Mr. like Laka Key's brother and his girlfriend were selling illegal car insurance and stuff, and they were saying that I'm too stuck up because I didn't want anything to do with that, and I told them to leave me out of it. And like some of the times, like if I was just saying hi and then I saw them at the printer printing off the illegal insurance, I was just like, nope, nope, I'm walking away. My name is Joe and I don't know. I don't want anything to do with what they're doing. But then they would try to call me stuck up. I mean, there's so much, but that's just an example. But it's just crazy with how much they try to stereotype and label and put down. But when you guys kept saying we're having excuses, you guys kept saying that we're making it up or we're trying to find a reason, an excuse, but you don't know our history. You don't know the crap they've already put us through. You don't know. And that's the sad part. They made sure they didn't teach it in school, to the point where you always took the colonizer's side. But now what? Those same colonizers are trying to entrap you to the point where you have no rights. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.